Hello, people. Welcome to the Performance Plus podcast. I am Coach Johnny. I'm joined by Pamela today, and we are going to make the internet mad because we're going to talk about butterfly pull ups and why people hate them so much. So let's start right off the bat. Pamela, do you think butterfly pull ups are a valid form of pull up, and should people pursue doing them?
Okay, kind of a double-edged sword question. So, butterfly pull-ups are a functional way, intense to add to intensity to get from hanging to chin above or chest to the bar. Now, people love to hate them because people in our community do use them in the wrong way. It is not the foundation of a pull-up. It is the advanced pull-up. Meaning, when you go to your L1 for CrossFit, it's mechanics, consistency, then intensity. Well, butterfly pull-ups are the most way to bring intensity, meaning it's the fastest way to do a pull-up, right? Because we're using a very fast cycling kick. So I love them for the intensity factor. But if you do not have control of many strict, slow and controlled, 3 count on the way up, hold on the way, with chin over bar, 3 count on the way down, can you go do that 3 to 5 reps easy? Well, if you can't, you probably are jumping the gun and doing butterfly pull-ups way too early in your athletic career.
I always I always think of them as a skill, right? Like a high level skill. It is the kind of, as you said, like the application of all this training that people are doing is to be able to apply this to a sport. It's a sport specific movement that allows you to be fast, like to move
Right.
quickly from, like you said, hanging to over the bar. And in other sports, people don't get crap for being their sport specific skill. Nobody gives gymnasts crap for being able to do, massive flips in the air on a floor routine or, back walkovers on a balance beam. Those are sport specific skills that
Mm-hmm.
are built by doing lots of foundational movements. Why is it that everybody hates the butterfly pull up in CrossFit?
Oh
Like,
my
what
God.
have we done?
I know. Well, one, people look like flopping fishes because they're not strong enough to do it correctly, so it gives it a bad name. Um, and you're right, like gymnasts do giants on bars. That's a swinging movement, right? So that's a skill specific swing. So this is a swinging movement, skill specific to our sport. And people don't understand the CrossFit as a sport. And I honestly have to say that a lot of people in CrossFit in the everyday gym kind of don't understand it either. you know, like it's been lost in translation since like 2005 in the start of CrossFit of like, well, no, if you watch, oh my gosh, I think the videos in like 2007 or 8, and I think it's Nicole Carroll, some of the girls doing Nancy, no, ring muscle ups, and I can't remember what hero
Oh,
workout.
it's Nasty Girls.
Nasty girls. Guess what? They're doing strict ring muscle ups back then.
Yeah.
When I started
And
CrossFit,
crying during it.
right. And like that's how CrossFit started. Now everything evolves, right? Every sport evolves. Look at gymnastics in the 1940s versus the 1970s versus 2020, right? It's evolving. Our sport has evolved, but like our mentality of why it's evolving, too many have not like caught up. Okay, so when I started CrossFit in 2011, and I was asked, "Can you do a ring muscle up?" It was strict. It wasn't even like an option. I didn't learn kipping until probably a year and a half into CrossFit.
Wow.
So yeah, it's evolved, and we just have to understand why it's evolving. And as athletes get better, we want to be more intense, but we also have to have a foundation.
Yeah, and I think that's people want to mimic the people that they admire, I guess. And so
Yes.
I want to go to the gym. I want to, look like Rich Froning when I'm on the pull-up bar. But the reality is, like, I'm probably not strong enough to be doing that volume or that speed, and I
Right.
should be staying within my skill set, right?
Yeah.
And developing my strict strength so I can go out there and if that's something I want to do. But that's a hard thing to do when you just see all these people looking so cool doing it, or doing workouts really fast and you want to compete. Then it blurs the lines a little bit. But
Yeah.
what are the prerequisites? Like if you're not a butterfly pull-up hater and you do want to pursue it, what's a number of strict pull-ups or a definitive measure that people can have where they can then start pursuing butterfly
I
pull-ups?
like to kind of stay away from numbers and look at the definitive measure of the body control. So, can you stay in an active hang and do very slow and controlled strict pull-ups, strict chest to bar is really important. Do you have healthy shoulders? Do you understand shaping of the body? So can you hold the arch and hollow on the floor? Can you create a static arch and hollow on the rig? And what I love about like our butterfly pull-up program is I actually go through teach a butterfly pull-up almost strict. So it's like a strict butterfly pull-up, and that will highlight if you're ready or not. So those really are the prerequisites, and I love that our track shows like here are the stepping stones to get there, right? So if you look at our goals page, you'll see like strict pull up, chest to bar, hip mechanics, and then we evolve into the butterfly pull up. And I call it the butterfly pull up training program on Performance Plus because I want to train you how to do it correctly. And it was really important to me. Remember when we talked about the butterfly pull program and I was like, no way. It took me like 6 years to
Yeah.
actually give in to write that program.
Yep.
I was like, people are going to do this and not ready for it. But that's why I was like, how can I do this safely? Like, how can I show athletes if they're really ready? And that's when I incorporate a lot of like the more strict shaping and pull up work in more of a butterfly uh, cadence.
I think it's interesting because you kind of evolved from like wanting to teach it as like almost a workshop, right? And to
Mhm.
being able to create these drills around like how does the shoulder really work? How does it work in a butterfly pull up? How can we make all these positions stronger so that an athlete is ready to go do this high level skill and their body's actually strong enough to tolerate it? And that's pretty cool. I've never seen anything like that for, our our community and what we do. So that's a really
Yeah.
cool thing that you built for all these
Well,
people out there,
thank
which
you.
is awesome.
I appreciate that.
Uh, yeah, butterfly pull-ups, man. People hate them, but if you want to play the game of CrossFit and do it well, it's a required skill that takes required
The debate will live
dedication.
on.
Yeah,
How's that?
the debate will live on, but I mean, at the end of the day, until you've done Fran in 2 minutes, or if you want to do Fran in 2 minutes, you can't get there without doing butterfly pull-ups. So it's kind of for the sport have to. I also think, do you agree with this? That like if you can actually do it, control it, and do it in a great way, that it's actually like really a testament to all the work you've done and your strength more
Yeah.
so than maybe any other thing. It's kind of like doing a butterfly or uh, what's the kick called in soccer where people flip backwards? I
Oh, yeah,
can't
yeah,
think of it
yeah.
off the top.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I don't know what
like
it's called, but
that.
yeah.
But that's a bicycle kick. That's like a high level skill. That's like the climax of like a bunch of things that somebody's worked on their entire life. Like you can't just roll out on the field and do that. So butterfly pull-ups done well are actually show that you're stronger, not that you're some weak cheater. So like
I
the
agree.
internet says. Yeah. But very cool. Thanks for listening to this conversation, guys. If you agree or disagree, go comment on our social media because we love it when you guys tell us about how much you hate butterfly pull-ups. If you love them and want to get better at them, check out our butterfly pull-up training program inside of our app or on our website, performanceplusprogramming.com. If you have any questions about butterfly pull-ups, want us to check out your videos, anything like that, feel free to DM us either at Pamela Gagnon on Instagram or Performance Plus Program. We would love to help you out. So, anything else you want to add, Pamela?
No, that's it. That was fun.
That was super fun. All right, thanks for joining us, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.